Hello, this is Dr. Paula Ibbotson for the New Writer and No Compromise Media, bringing you a special Fiverr tutorial video set. We're going to talk about all of the different things that Fiverr can do for new indie writers. And in this video, we're going to talk about book covers. It doesn't matter if you have the best book in the world. If you have a poor book cover, you'll get stopped at the door. Probably like most people, you've looked at the store, you go through and you look at the covers. It's the first presentation of your story. It's the same thing if it's online, if it's an audiobook, any other form that you have your books in, you have to have a good cover. Now, there's lots of resources, and we'll share a lot of them with you through our classes. But if you're a new author, you may not have a lot of money, but you still want to have a professional-looking cover, and Fiverr can do that for you. There are a few things you can do. We have a link that will take you straight to the ebook covers you want to check out when you're looking for it. And the great thing and the bad thing about Fiverr is you can find great people and you can find subpar people. But you have an easy way. We're going to show you how you can weed through and get to the better quality people and still get good quality book covers for a fraction of other places. Now, one of the things you want to look for when you go to the book covers is just how many stars are reviewed for the person who has the job or what's called a gig for their services. You also want to look at how many customers they have gone through. Some people will be new and some people won't. Fiverr has a level system, and when you look at level 2 sellers, these are people that have done probably thousands of jobs and they have good ratings, and those are some of the folks you want to look at. You want to look at the services that they are going to render, and it's in the About the Gig descriptor location. It'll say exactly what you're going to get, and there may be different price variations based on speed and different revisions and how many book covers. Several different places will have gigs where you can get 2 or 3 covers at one time, and you may do that. And you may want that, especially if you're going to do a series and you want to get that done. Some gigs will give you their own premium image that you can pull from a library, and some you'll need to bring your image with you. One thing will happen for sure that you will get that is good, especially for people that are not pros in Photoshop and other different softwares, is they are going to lay all the font format on the cover of the book. The name of the author, the main title, the subtitle, any listing that you're going to put on the front, they are going to put that on there. And it's especially important to have the right kind of font in there to make sure it fits with the style of your book. Most all of the Fiverr gigs will give you at least one revision, but you want to read in that. Another thing to take note is that you have a contact button, usually in the upper right-hand corner, where you can contact the person doing the gig, and you can ask questions. You can see right by their star rating just how many people they have in the queue. So how many orders are ahead of you. If there's 500 orders in the queue, you can't expect to get your cover made in a week, because it's going to take a while. But it also is an example of someone who is doing a lot of service, probably because their service is good. And so when you do place your order, you want to tell the person exactly what you want. If you want your title at the top or the bottom, if you want your font of a certain style, just how you want it laid out specifically. Spare no detail. And by doing that, a good gig providers will knock it out of the park for you most times. I will show you here a few of my book covers that I've had done at Fiverr. Most of these, I got my images from another location and then brought them over to Fiverr to have all the wording put on them. There were a few cases where I had the images and the font and everything put on there at the same place. And Fiverr can do both of that for you. And the main thing is that you sign off on the work before they get paid. That's nice, because that puts a certain amount of pressure on the provider here of the gig to give you quality service, because they're not going to get paid until you get the service. You're going to pay, and then Fiverr's going to hold the money until you complete the final order. And it kind of protects the gig provider as well. And so this is an opportunity for you to really take advantage of one location where you can get good quality book covers on a limited budget and have books that look just like any New York Times bestseller cover. And the only thing that's on you is to have to go ahead and search through and find quality people using the criteria that we've described. For myself, it's been a great tool, and I have sold tens of thousands of ebooks, hardback books, and audio books that were gig creations through Fiverr. Look for other of our Fiverr-related videos training new indie authors on resources they can use to expand their careers and get their stories to the people.